we on the big stage. We're on the big stage today. Okay, so welcome. We're in Lusan's office today. He's a surgeon. I heard he does repairs on cameras. So would you like to share your most interesting experience repairing a camera?
Yeah, I just did one actually.
Okay.
I was trying to repair the hot shoe of a camera, but it wouldn't remove.
Okay.
So I had to replace the entire frame of the camera
It must be
to repair the hot shoe.
very difficult.
But it earns me more money.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm using more parts.
Okay.
Money is king.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is how we set up this fake operating theatre. So let's show you. Okay, so this is how we set up the scene today. So today we are here at a virtual production wall. So this is a very, very big LED wall, and we have the chance to just use and abuse it. So we're going to show you how virtual production can be used in your everyday situations to make some easy corporate videos and some kind of simple cinematic stuff. This is not a track system though, so this is just a static plate. We can upload a 2D video on this also. But we don't really have the 3D thing set up today. It can do 3D, but it's more complicated and I don't think we want to try that. So let's bring Lusan around, and he's going to be the model, and we're going to do more of this today. Alright, so today's episode is powered by Aputure. Okay, so they have arranged this session for us, and we are in a very big studio here that has actually an LED wall over here. So this is the studio and what it looks like. This is a curved LED wall. I don't know how big that is, but I'm going to stand here and you can see how big it is. So this is me and this is the wall. So it's much bigger than me, it's much taller than me. Can fit a lot of me here. So it is a full LED wall for virtual production. So that means it's very bright and the pixels are very, very small. And let's play around with it. Alright, so when I said this episode is powered by Aputure, it's literally powered by Aputure. All the lights here are Aputures. We got Novas on the ceiling. We got 1200X over here. We got 1000C over there. So everything is controlled. Everything is mapped to a computer that can actually pixel map the image on this screen. So I can basically just select a corner here and I can choose this color to be reproduced by the light up there so that it can simulate what the natural light is. So this is like environmental lighting, and let's figure it out with the computer over there. Alright, so this is the brains of the operation we are running over here. So this is a computer running VU Studio. So this is a sort of simplified virtual production software. So what it can do is basically synchronize your plates and your lighting together, and it will output everything onto the screen over there. So let me just show you how simple it is to use. So we have generated a plate of Yosemite. So it's already in the library, and I just clicked it and look over there. It is on screen. So I can change it very easily. We can go camping. So you can see we've gone camping. The lights have changed also. You can see the lights on top. It has actually followed the scene. And it can even do videos. So if you want to do like a motion kind of thing, you can look over there now. And we are in Japan. So this is so easy to use. So if you come here, I can show you. You can basically just use AI. So this is just like Gemini or any AI gen. So you can generate anything. So camera factory with mini machines. And it will just generate whatever I just told it to. So we just have to wait a while. See, so it's creating an image of a camera factory filled with various machines. So it needs credits though. So just give it a while and it will generate a plate for you. Alright, so we have a sweatshop over here. I don't know in which country. So we can just basically see that it's uploaded into the library over here. We click this, and with one click, it actually uploads it onto the screen. So we are there. And looks a bit bright, so you might want to stop down a bit. So you just come closer. Alright, so welcome to my XYZ camera factory. So we're producing a lot of cameras. I have a lot of staff. My staff are not paid at all. This is a slave labor camp. And you see the kind of cameras that we make. We sell them at $10,000 a pop, made by slaves. Alright, so So you can see that you can do a simple presentation with just 2 clicks. So let's make something more believable, because this is just corporate videos and corporate videos are very simple to do. Let's make something a bit more cinematic and let's see if we can actually get a believable scene out of the expensive wall and expensive lights over here.
Wow. This lens is so sharp. Oh my. Oh,
okay, so this does not look believable because this is a static photo. So the first step in doing any kind of virtual production is to make sure your background is believable. So we need to generate something that looks a bit more believable than this static thing over here. So we're gonna try upload something. Okay, so we are gonna gen AI something based off this, which looks way better. So it's gonna become a video. Then let's see if we can upload the video.
Yes, because the image we used just now was a static image with no movement. So that's why it looked like a green screen, even though it took us a while to figure that out. But yeah.
Alright, and action. Walk in.
Right. I'm at this beautiful lake in Pasir Ris. The conditions are amazing now. It is very misty and foggy, so it's going to be nice for me to take some landscape photos with my new lens. Oh, this lens is really good, you know. It's a 2870 f2, but I'm stopping it down to f8 to take landscapes because who takes landscapes at f2? Yeah. I forgot to bring a tripod. I have to go home again. Hey, why are you taking photos with your phone?
It's an iPhone, man. So we're here,
Yeah.
some river in Pasir Ris.
Oh yeah, it's amazing now. It's so misty and dreamy. You get those dreamy vibes, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna take some landscape photos in high res.
Do you bring a tripod?
Nah, who needs a tripod? Just need a phone.
But how do you take long exposures?
It's okay if it's blur. It's photography.
You know what? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Wow, it's a lot of photos.
Do you like that?
Yes.
Speed.
Speed.
Yes. I have to capture every drop of water.
Okay.
Alright.
So you know what? He's actually a bird photographer. I think we should bring him birding. Let's do it.
Yo, where did you find this place? Look at these birds. I've never seen them before, you know? Oh my god. No, I have to take photos of this, man. Wow. Oh, my card space is running out. This is amazing. I don't know what is that on their head. Like, I've never seen this species before. Wait, gotta take more. Oh, I just ran out of battery. Yeah, I gotta go and change my battery fast before they fly away. Alright.
Alright, so we're ending the night with a ghost story. So apparently the lights here have some bugs in them. So the lights will just strobe randomly lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've gotten a nice campfire going. And under the moonlight, we got a 400X giving us moonlight over there. Got this MT Pro doing some fire shit down here, so we don't actually have to really start fire. So I think this is quite believable if you know what you're doing and if you know how to play with your lights properly, right? I think you can get away with a 2D wall and some plates and you can get pretty good outcomes from this. So I think this has been a very interesting experience. Do you learn anything from this today?
It's my first time ever looking at like a virtual production LED wall, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. The wall, right? Fun fact: the wall is not a flat wall; it's a curved wall. So it actually helps with making it look more believable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also I learned that it is not just a walk in and then do it, because I think you got to rehearse your setup first. It takes quite a while to set up a scene. Something like this took like 5 minutes just to figure out the settings for the background, for the lights. And we're only using 2 lights.
Yeah.
So if you're using more lights, the harder it gets to make it even more believable. And the trick is that you got to shoot it at low apertures, which is like f1.8, f2, and you got to really dim the background quite a bit. And once you dim the background quite a bit, the colors may get a bit out of whack, especially on certain kind of walls. So this is something you need to take into account, or you need to use ND filters, and you need lights that can go down to like 1% comfortably. Yeah, so I guess this episode was made possible by Aputure, so thanks to them. And I hope you guys found this funny and interesting. And you can try to do some virtual productions for yourself. We'll try when we get the chance again. Definitely it's not cheap, but we'll try. Alright, see you guys, bye!